Hello friends and welcome to my channel. Today I will show you how to make this stunning shaker card to gift your beloved mother. Let's get started! I always prefer to start a card by stamping and die cutting the elements of the card. I know this stamp set was meant for Valentine's Day, but when I saw it, my immediate thoughts were that I had to use it for my mother's birthday. Later, I changed my mind and decided to keep this card idea for Mother's Day, so I made my mom a floral birthday card instead. Don't forget to watch that video on my channel. To paint the figures, I used a light brown shade for the main body and a darker shade for the tail and legs. Lastly, I added a light pink color on the nose and cheeks. My vision for this card was to write with huge glittery letters the word Mom and add underneath it a banner with a stamped message. Unfortunately, I don't have an alphabet die cutting set that is that big, so I had to improvise. I printed the word with big enough letters to fit the card, and with a pair of scissors I cut out the letters. Then, with a pencil, I traced the letters on the back of the glitter paper and cut them out. That is a great way to make your own messages if you don't have a die cutting machine. Also, if you want to give this card to someone besides your mother, you can write their name in big letters. The next step is to paint the background for the shaker's window. Because the pattern paper I'm using for the front of the card is a pale peach color, I decided to paint the card base in front of the window orange. At first it seemed too intense, so I mixed some pink to soften the color. Now it matches beautifully with the paper I'm using. To decorate the background for the card, I used a lovely peach floral cardstock, and from the bottom part, I cut an heart shape to create the window for the shaker. Before you cut the paper, make sure that there is enough room between the letters and the shaker window. I also cut a floral arch from white paper and painted with my markers. To paint the flowers, I chose soft orange and pink shades to match the background, but if you're feeling adventurous, you can use bolder colors like red or even gold. Lastly, I added some glitter glue on the tips of one of the flowers. I have no idea what is the name of that flower. If you know, please tell me because it's been killing me to know. Since I wanted the perimeter of the art to be from glitter paper, I cut a second floral arch and with a pair of scissors I removed the flowers. Of course I didn't throw them away, but I glued them on top of the other flowers and then glued the arch on top of them all. By the way, let me remind you to like this video and subscribe to my channel to see more of my creations. It really makes my day that more and more people discover my crafts. Now it is time to assemble all the parts of the card. I used double-sided tape on the back of the pattern paper and glued the clear plastic on top of it. Then I added the sequins to the card's window and attached the paper using foam tape to the background cardstock. To perfectly align your two papers together, peel the protective layer of the tape little by little. Next, I glued the letters. To make sure they're straight, I used a triangle ruler. Glue first the ends. That way, when you glue the U, you will know where to put it in order to be centered. Of course, underneath I added the banner with the message. Lastly, I glued the beavers and the hearts. I used a combination of glue and double-sided tape to be sure they would stick well on the plastic. Place them together on the card to see where you need to attach the beavers. For the last detail, I added the glitter circles inside the flowers and then it is done. I cannot wait to see my mother's expression when I give her the card. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time!